Ebony Maw versus Dr. Doom? Who would win? In the Marvel Universe, intelligence can be just as dangerous as raw power. Some warriors destroy worlds with unstoppable strength, while others conquer their enemies through manipulation, technology, and impossible strategies. Today, two of the most dangerous minds in Marvel history collide. On one side stands Ebony Maw, the brilliant and terrifying member of Thanos' Black Order, a master manipulator with extraordinary mental abilities and a mind capable of defeating powerful heroes without relying on brute force. On the other side stands Victor Von Doom, the legendary ruler of Latveria, a genius scientist and master strategist whose early Fantastic Four-era version already proved that his technology, armor, and ambition could challenge some of Earth's greatest heroes. When these two villains enter a battle where intelligence, power, and strategy decide the outcome, one question remains. Which one is truly more powerful? Ebony Maw may not be the physically strongest member of Thanos' Black Order, but he is arguably one of the most dangerous because of his mind. He is a master strategist who understands fear, weakness, and psychology. Unlike warriors who rely on overwhelming force, Ebony Maw studies his opponents and finds the perfect way to break them. His greatest weapon is his ability to manipulate minds and influence the decisions of others. With his calm voice and terrifying intelligence, he can make powerful enemies question themselves and turn their own strengths into weaknesses. During the Infinity War storyline, Ebony Maw demonstrated why Thanos valued him so highly. He was able to challenge Doctor Strange not through superior physical strength, but through strategy and manipulation. He controlled the battlefield, used his surroundings as weapons, and forced his opponent into a defensive position. His confidence and intelligence made him one of the most dangerous members of the Black Order. However, Ebony Maw is not unstoppable. His greatest advantage comes from his ability to control situations and manipulate minds. Against opponents with powerful willpower, advanced technology, magical protection, or unpredictable strategies, his methods become more difficult to use. When manipulation fails, Ebony Maw must rely on his own combat skills and intelligence to survive. Standing against him is Victor Von Doom, a man who believes his intelligence can overcome almost any challenge. In his early Fantastic Four era, Dr. Doom was already one of Marvel's greatest human threats. He was not simply a villain wearing armor. He was a brilliant scientist, a powerful ruler, an inventor, and a master planner who constantly pushed heroes beyond their limits. Dr. Doom's armor gives him enhanced strength, incredible durability, energy weapons, defensive systems, and protection against various forms of attack. Even in his early appearances, Doom created advanced machines and dangerous inventions capable of challenging the Fantastic Four and forcing Reed Richards, one of Marvel's greatest minds, to find new solutions. The biggest difference between Dr. Doom and many other villains is that Doom does not depend on a single ability. He always creates multiple paths to victory. If one strategy fails, he creates another. If an enemy discovers his plan, he adapts immediately. Doom studies his opponents, collects information, and turns their weaknesses into his advantage. His greatest flaw may be his arrogance, but his confidence comes from years of proving that he is one of the most dangerous minds on Earth. Now imagine Ebony Maw and Dr. Doom meeting for the first time. Neither villain would rush into battle without thinking. Both would immediately understand that this is not a simple fight. This is a war between two masterminds. Ebony Maw would likely begin by analyzing Doom and attempting to manipulate him. He would search for emotional weaknesses, especially Doom's pride and desire for control. Many opponents would fall into this trap because Ebony Maw does not need to overpower them physically. He only needs a single moment of hesitation. But Dr. Doom is not an ordinary target. Doom has spent his entire life dealing with betrayal, manipulation, and psychological warfare. Instead of reacting emotionally, he would study Ebony Maw carefully. He would quickly realize that Maw's greatest weapon is his ability to control the thoughts and actions of others. The battle would begin with Ebony Maw taking control of the battlefield. Objects would move around Doom, weapons could be turned against him, and the environment itself would become a dangerous weapon. Maw would attempt to keep his distance while forcing Doom into a defensive position. Dr. Doom would respond with his advanced armor systems. His technology would protect him while analyzing Ebony Maw's abilities. Powerful energy attacks would fill the battlefield as Doom tested his opponent's defenses. Unlike many heroes, Doom would never underestimate his enemy. He would understand that every second of the battle gives Ebony Maw more information. Realizing that physical attacks may not be enough, Ebony Maw would change his strategy. He would focus directly on Doom's mind, attempting to create confusion and disrupt his decision-making. If successful, this could completely change the battle because even the strongest armor becomes useless if the person inside cannot think clearly. However, Dr. Doom's greatest weapon has always been his intelligence. He would create solutions during the battle itself, activate additional defenses, and use his technology to protect himself from mental attacks. The longer the fight continued, the more dangerous Doom would become because he would learn from every move Ebony Maw made. The turning point would arrive when Dr. Doom recognizes Ebony Maw's greatest weakness. Maw is at his strongest when he controls the situation, but Doom is a master of creating unpredictable circumstances. Instead of trying to overpower Ebony Maw directly, Doom would force him into a battle where every possible outcome had already been considered. Using his armor, inventions, and strategic thinking, Doom would create multiple threats at once. Ebony Maw would have to divide his attention between attacking, defending, and avoiding Doom's carefully designed countermeasures. For the first time, Ebony Maw would begin losing control of the battlefield. But Ebony Maw would continue fighting. He would use every ounce of his intelligence to manipulate Doom into making a mistake. He would target Doom's greatest weakness, his pride. If Doom became too confident, Ebony Maw could still find an opening and turn the battle around. The final moments would become a true battle of minds. Ebony Maw represents manipulation, precision, and psychological warfare. Dr. Doom represents preparation, technology, and unstoppable ambition. Both would predict each other's movements, create strategies within seconds, and refuse to accept defeat. In a pure battle of intelligence, Ebony Maw is one of the few villains capable of challenging Dr. Doom. His ability to understand opponents and exploit weaknesses makes him extremely dangerous. However, Dr. Doom's intelligence is combined with advanced technology, powerful armor, resources, and the determination to overcome any obstacle. If this battle happens with no preparation and depends only on quick manipulation, Ebony Maw could gain an advantage. His mental abilities could create serious problems for Doom. But if the battle continues and both fighters have time to adapt, Dr. Doom would begin taking control. At his peak in the early Fantastic Four era, Dr. Doom has more options to win. His armor provides protection, his intelligence allows him to counter strategies, and his determination makes him incredibly difficult to defeat. Ebony Maw can outthink many opponents, but defeating Dr. Doom requires overcoming one of Marvel's greatest strategists. The winner of this battle would be Dr. Doom. Ebony Maw is an extraordinary manipulator and a dangerous genius, but Dr. Doom possesses the greater overall arsenal, stronger defenses, and superior adaptability. In a battle of minds, both villains would be legendary, but in a complete fight involving power, intelligence, and survival, Dr. Doom would stand victorious. Final result: Dr. Doom, early Fantastic Four version, wins because he is more powerful overall, more versatile, and better equipped to counter Ebony Maw's abilities. Dr. Doom is the ultimate winner of this Marvel battle.